Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing great. Today, I have one guest with me who actually passed out couple of years back, and today he is doing really good. He is a product manager in Intern Shala. So he has adventurous experience which landed him to this job. There are a lot of experience in this young age that Venkatesh he has to share with us. So yeah, so all set to know his journey, and he's going to share a lot of tips and tricks how you can break into product management role. So I would say be with us. Today is going to be a lot of information based. If you are interested in product management role and you are clear about your views that as a fresher I just want to start my career with product side. So yes, this session belongs to you, so be with us. There's a lot of information to take away, and I will ask now Venkatesh to just introduce himself and let us know about all his life, career, college, a little bit in brief.
Hi Nikita, thanks for having me on your show. It's an absolute delight to be here. You've asked a very, broad question to narrate my journey of how I landed up being a product manager. As you have introduced that I've done my BTech I've completed my BTech in 2019. So the first time when I landed up in an engineering college, I wasn't sure that is it the course that is meant to be, or is it really something I want to do in my life. So as a kid, I would always emulate Harsha Bogle, and I thought that I would become a cricket commentator one day. And I just loved commentary. I was fascinated by cricket commentary. But fortunately or unfortunately, I landed up, in an engineering college doing a BTech course. And when I landed up in my college, that is in Greater Noida, uh, things were entirely different from what I expected. First, the crowd that I faced with, I couldn't relate with it for a variety of reasons. Luckily, I met one of my friends, Deepak, who is still my friend in the first semester. Made it a point that I should explore everything in my college life and gain knowledge, gain experience from whatever opportunities I got. So the first year was, very normal. It's like the hangover that you get the first time you get into college. You have friends and you study and get marks in the exam. So that was normal. Uh, from the third semester, I got an opportunity in my college to start a digital storytelling society. So the idea was based. So the idea was copied of what Humans of New York or Humans of Bombay does. So one of my seniors told me that you can do this and write stories of different people in our campuses, and that was a really crazy idea. And I and along with one of my friends started it. We would just reach out to people and listen to their life stories, and then we started writing it. uh, so we started doing it, but इसमें मजा बहुत आ रहा था. Like we were listening to different people's stories, their life experiences, and then we decided कि we'll make a blog and we'll post it on our. We created a Facebook page and we decided that we would post on it. And we posted our first story, and suddenly it became viral in the campus. Everyone was, surprised that who is the guy who are writing these stories. It was so they could relate to these stories of different people in our campuses. And then once it got viral in our college, we started building a team of content writers, uh, photographers, and copywriters. And and suddenly, over the next 1 year, it became quite big. We became a 20-25 members team, and it got a good reception in our college, and we started publishing everything on Facebook page. So that was really an exciting time. And also, I got an opportunity to run Facebook ads. That was 2016, just the time when Jio was launched in India. We used to run 100 rupees targeted ads and used to get around 500 likes. So that was an altogether different experience. And then for the first time, I was handling a team that was 20 members large. Then suddenly I got an opportunity to interact with buddybits.com. That is also a digital storytelling society, a platform, and there's around 6 million plus followers on different social media handles. And I met the founder, and he told that okay, you can share the feed with us. We'll give you some money. That was a really token amount. We'll give you some money and we'll share your story on our platform. So they had 6 million reach, and it was a great achievement for us because we are sharing our stories, with 6 million people on different other platforms. So that was something, that gave me an experience of what digital ecosystem is all about. Then I went on to do a couple of internships. I did an internship on web development from Cardiko.com. That's an auto portal based out in Gurgaon. And after that, I did a deep learning internship in MNIT Jaipur, where we built a 3D convoluted neural network for video recognition activity. So I was like literally exploring everything that I could possibly do at that period of time. And also I told you that I always wanted to be a cricket commentator. So always I had a flair of writing and speaking. So I've written extensively for a lot of portals like Youth Ki Awaaz, The Logical Indians, Caravan, Buddy Bits, where I wrote extensively about cricket, economy, politics, and different other things. So this is how I was exploring my college life. And then the final semester, the seventh semester was there, and like every other kid, I also had to prove to my parents that मैंने समय बर्बाद नहीं किया, and I've done something in my college and I'll get a placement. So that is the letter that will make them believe that हाँ उनका बच्चा college में जाके पढ़ाई किया है. He has not wasted his time. So I sat for placement, and Mass Recruiters company came into our uh, in our college, like Infosys, TCS, Wipro. So I sat for placement. I cracked a couple of placement, and then one of my friend Deepak, with whom I was in contact, from the first semester, he was building something very big. He was creating a centralized repo on the internet where a student would get all the resources, what the students need to know about internships, different programs, hackathons, different courses. And it was a time of October, and there's a Hacktoberfest on GitHub, and it has got more than 5,000 likes, stars and folks. And he was really pumped up, and he told कि इसका कुछ करते हैं. It has got so much of traction. Point of time, we decided to shut down our startup, and then I started looking for jobs, and I landed up in Internshala.
Interesting. Roller coaster, adventurous ride, as in from not knowing what you really want to landing up to a product manager job is something which is not very easy to do. But yes, it needs a lot of experiences and adventures. So my next question would be, how did you discover your niche after coming from a coding background and doing engineering? How did you discover yourself and your interest in product management? Is that also a byproduct of your journey, or is that something you always wanted?
I don't know how to define this. That is it something that I really wanted from upfront, that I wanted to be a product manager. To be very frank and brutally honest, I didn't know that a profile of product manager exists until I was in my eighth semester. So like most other kids who enroll into an engineering courses, as I've done internships in web development and data science, I thought that I would be a developer, or if something well happened, I could be a data scientist because I would be writing code in Python and doing that. Uh, but destiny had some other plan for me. So when we were doing our startups, so eventually we decided to build our own product, and we were three of our friends, and then we had a couple of interns and communities that we have built over time. So my friends told me that we too would code, and you would not be coding. You manage everything else apart from coding. And I was literally shattered and perplexed. I told them, dude, I'm not very sure that that was kind of attitude you have as a college student. Ki, I don't know that startup will work or not, but if it doesn't work, at least you guys will have some tangible skills because you would be coding, you would be learning, and you'd get a job. And what about me? Like I don't think that doing all of the things will give me a job somewhere in the industry. But my friend convinced me that there are different other profiles in the market, like marketing, growth hacking, community building, product management, and so on and so forth. You can try it. I remember that I fought with Deepak and Avinash for next 3-4 days that no, I would also want to do coding. But ultimately, they convinced me that there are different other profiles. You should explore. Like you should explore. And they told me कि मजा आएगा. अगर मजा नहीं आएगा, तो you come back to coding. I was like, ठीक है, I'll explore. So that is when I decided, and then we started building products. So we were talking to a lot of other mentors from the industry. So they told me that the coders should code, and there should be a guy who should define that what you are going to build. It will be a team decision, but there should be a guy who should leading that decision, that what should be built, how should be built, and what all things we should have in our product and everything. That was how I was doing product management, but I didn't know that there's something called as product management that exists in the industry. But later on, I started reading, because once you're doing your own startup, you have to explore and learn things on your own. So I started reading. I started seeing on LinkedIn, and then I discovered that there is a profile called as product management. There is a profile called as community, community builder. There is a profile called as growth manager. So these are the different profiles. But I started reading about product management. I don't know why, but it kind of intrigued me. So I started reading about product management. I took a couple of courses on LinkedIn Learning, and then I thought, "Ki, acha, this is something that is really interesting, and this might interest me. That I want to be a product manager." So I started doing a lot of courses, and then since we were building product, so it was a kind of a real time experience of building a product. That is what product management is, and that experience literally helped me to understand product management. And apart from that, I did a couple of courses, read extensively, read a couple of books, and all that things. And then I some point of time, when we decided that this startup idea is not scalable, we can't move beyond a point unless we pivot. But there were multiple reasons which we couldn't continue ahead. So at that point of time, I decided that, okay, I'll search for product management job in the market. And because I've done these many things in the past for front bench, and I have done certain certifications, so I know how to, I knew how to approach an interview. And so I decided that this is the profile I would be looking for. And luckily, I could break into that profile.
Awesome. Yeah, like you mentioned like a couple of books helped you understand the role, because many people are fantasized and obsessed with this profile, but not really knowing that what it takes to become a product manager, how the profile looks like, because it's pretty dynamic, right? So at the end, we'll discuss about those books and resources so that people can get benefited. He's going to tell you all the resources that are ready to go. You can just have them for free. And yeah, if you have aims to become a product manager, that will help you through. Okay, so moving on, while talking to you before this interview, you mentioned like LinkedIn. I mean, it helped you a lot extensively, and it actually got you where you are today. So tell us about the LinkedIn journey. Everybody has his own LinkedIn success journey. I have my own, you have your own, so I would like to know yours.
So I don't know how LinkedIn stepped into my journey. So it just came from nowhere, and I was literally not aware. So when we were building, front bench, at that point of time, my co-founder, that is Deepak, he had a profile on LinkedIn. So he asked me that you should also come on LinkedIn, because since our target audience were students at first, so we thought that this is the natural channel for acquiring customers. So I came on LinkedIn, and then I started narrating the story of what a tier 3 college student has to go through in his life. So there's a lot of information asymmetry that you face when you come to tier 3 college, thanks to not so have thanks to not having great alumni network. The students don't have a very high intent to succeed. I'm not saying all the students, but the majority of the students don't have that rigor to push themselves every day, which might be the case in tier 1 colleges. And then there are a lot many things which a student in these colleges actually have to undergo. So I started narrating this story to the world. I started writing on LinkedIn. A lot of people from tier 3 colleges who reached at the top of the industry, they were having some significant profiles. They used to drop me a message on LinkedIn that, hey, I am also from tier 3 college, what you are telling is absolutely correct. I also had to suffer all these problems. So fundamentally, we also visited a lot of colleges, in Delhi, NCR, and nearby places. And we found that 80-90% of the students didn't have a LinkedIn profile. They didn't hear about what is an internship in their final year. These things may not happen in IITs or top colleges of this country, because there you have an environment where everyone is growing and everyone push each other to grow. But this wasn't the case in tier three colleges. People didn't heard about what is GSOC. People didn't heard that there are different coding competitions. You can participate in hackathon, and this is a reality. Like 80-90% people didn't hear about it. So I was sharing this, and we wanted to make the life of the tier three students better. That was the idea, to create front bench at that point of time. So a lot of people, there was a senior VP at Reliance. He messaged me on LinkedIn that, hey, I also have came from a tier three college. I can understand you. This is my phone number. Please call me. And I called him, and I remember that we had a 2 hour long conversation, and he asked me to take out a pen and a paper and note down everything that will help me to build my startup better. So like yeah, as a college student, I was doing this. I got a lot of traction from LinkedIn. And I remember that I got a message from Vikram Shah, who is the CTO of Internshala, in I think in Feb or March 2019. Yeah, he pinged me and he told that what you guys are doing. I have checked your website and all that, and I really like the idea. Then when I was looking for job, Vikram approached me again, that I joined Internshala, and it's not that Internshala was the only one company I applied to. Before Internshala, I applied to almost 30 companies, got rejected in almost all of them. Um, then I eventually had offer from two companies, one an e-commerce website in e-commerce company in Bangalore, and Internshala here in Gurgaon. Then I finally decided to join Internshala.
So, how do you think somebody can break into product management role from the start of their career?
Uh, so it's a very deep question. First of all, you should always think that why you want to be a product manager. It might sound very glamorous. It might sound that it's very cool, but is it so? Because because since I'm a product manager, I envy my designers and developers a lot, because I feel that I don't have that superpower to build something. So I always have to rely on other people to build something. But when you are a developer or a designer, you have that superpower of building something. Similarly, if you see product management profile compared to a consultant, so consultant has 360-degree view about about the business, about how the industry is functioning. But as a product manager, you might have a larger perspective about business, but you're more concerned about making the UI, and more importantly the UX of the product better. So it's a very important question that you should ask yourself, that why do you want to be a product manager? If you are someone who enjoys coding, so is product manager job for you? Do you really want to do that job, or is it because you are hearing a lot, people are glamorizing it for some other reasons, so you want to be a product manager? So this is a very important question that people should think hard before transitioning into any career opportunity. Apart from that, if you are someone who love building product, who is more into product designing stuff, who imagines that how should a product look like, and then you are that guy who loves talking a lot, coordinating with different teams like marketing, sales, operation, and different other teams, and ultimately are responsible and feel that I make an impact, that this feature should be built. So if you think so, then you can definitely try for product management role.
Right. But there are other things as well, right? Like, some actionable items, working on yourself, if you have the relevant skill set. There are various, lot of things that come as a package, right? If we want to get into some professional role. What do you think are the necessary traits that one must have to become a product manager from start of their career?
I think it's a very subjective question, because the way product managers are judged in the interview is quite a subjective thing. Because one thing that I'm very very particular is, when you are hiring for a UI UX designer role, that the guy should know Figma, should know Illustrator, and should have a portfolio where he had made design. Or when you are hiring a front end or back end developer, the guy should you know have experience or skills in certain technologies, and should have done projects in that domain. the filtering becomes easy. For product managers, there are not many hard skills that are required in a product manager. So product management is basically more about soft skills. uh, Apart from that, there are five skills which comes handy for a product manager, but I don't know how you can judge these skills in an entry level product manager. Like the first is, you should have a sense of design, that is sense of UI UX. The second is, you should have a good analytical skill, that is, you should be really comfortable with reading data and also extracting data, that you should be comfortable with SQL at least, or the usage of Google Analytics or any other analytical tool. So that is really important. The third is you should have an understanding of technology, because you will interact a lot with your designers, sorry, a lot with your developers, and so you should have a basic understanding of technology, like what is API, how does API works, what is cloud, what is server. So you should understand things at a very broad level. The next is, which is a very important skill set for product manager, is the product manager should have the sense of empathy within themselves. So they should really go into the customer's shoe and understand what are the pain points uh, they are facing while using the product. And the last is, the communication skills, that is, how well are you able to write, how well are you able to narrate your story to the world. So these are the five important skills. But again, the question comes that how will you gauge these skills in an entry level product manager? So what I advise people is, you can actually do certain actionable things, and that will help me to understand that you have done certain things, and this is how you have that growth and product mentality. So suppose if someone is writing a newsletter on Substack and has grown from 0 to 1,000 subscribers, I can understand that this guy has invested his time, invested his effort, and in the meantime he has understood what his audience wanted, what his customers wanted, and he has grown from 0 to 1,000 subscribers. So that is one leading indicator that will help me to differentiate someone when different people are applying for a product manager role. Similarly, if you have a YouTube channel and if you have grown that to 5,000 or 10,000 subscribers, you are understanding what your subscribers, what your users want, right? Like Kunal Shah, who is the founder of Cred, very famously says that anyone who knows to win the applause of an audience is a perfect product manager. And so he hires a lot of product managers who are from creative art background. Someone is a guitarist, a musician, a stand-up artist. So he's been doing that experiment, and he firmly believes in that ideology. And I also think that if you have done certain actionable things, so that is a leading factor in your resume that can help you to shortlist. Apart from that, so there are multiple resources which you can follow to crack interviews and crack the assignment route.
Okay. One question that I did not think I will ask you, but what do you think that is if you have to say one quality that helped you become a product manager the most, what would that be?
I think the one quality which helps me every day is curiosity. So you should be really very curious as a kid that why something is happening. If you see a button, how is it behaving? If you see a filter there on the screen, acha, this is the filter, how is it working? And then you see different other products. You see, you read a lot. You see other YouTube videos, and so the idea to learn every day, to be really curious as a kid. When we were 4 or 5 years, we are extremely curious as a kid. uh, we keep on asking questions to our parents. When we sit on a train, we ask that why the tree is moving in the opposite direction, and so we have a lot many questions that why there is no light now, why it is dark, why it is night. So we have a lot of questions as a kid, but as we grow up, we kind of tune into that mentality, and we almost leave the curiosity mindset. We think, acha, sab sahi hai, this is how the world operates. And
Yeah. So as you mentioned, very apt example that you gave is when we are kids, we tend to be curious a lot. We ask so many questions about everything possible, which is everything that is around us. But as we grow, we tend to accept things as they are, and we are like, no more questions. I know it is how it is, right? So that
yeah.
mindset that mindset of, why it can't be better should always be in your mind. Talking to product managers is like, it's a magnetic force that is attracting me towards that job. So I have also kind of a lot of building things in my mind. Um, are there any resources, free resources, blogs, books that you want to suggest people who want to become a product manager right straight from the college?
Also, everyone who wants to be a product manager, or जब से ये ख्याल आया कि मुझे product manager बनना है, I would recommend that buy two books. The first is Decode and Conquer by Louis Lynn. I don't remember the author's name correctly, but it's certainly Louis, the first name. So Decode and Conquer is one book that you should read at least 5 times, because that will give you a throughout comprehensive view of how your product management interview be. The second book is Cracking Product Management Interview. Definitely buy, and you shouldn't begin your product management journey before buying these two books. So these two books the are the books that you should definitely buy. Apart from that, there are certain websites, like one is productmanagementexercises.com, and then you can also solve and post your question in the forum, and then they release the final solution after 24 hours. So this is a good platform to practice and hone your skills. There can be multiple questions that are asked in product management interview. If you go on YouTube, there are certain channels like Exponent and Product Alliance PM School, where they have mock interviews of how the real product management interviews are conducted. So you should definitely see that interviews, and a lot of Google, Microsoft, and bigger companies PM come and they give mock interviews. So that definitely helps to understand about it. The next step is read some standard books. Like if you want to understand human psychology, read Hooked. If you are someone who doesn't like reading book, go and read the summary of those books. You will get a lot of summary on Medium, Substack, because every book can be trimmed into 10 or 12 pages of learnings. So most of the books don't have learning beyond 10 or 12 pages. So you can just type Hooked summary Medium, and you'll get a Medium blog where someone has summarized it beautifully, so you can read it. So Hooked is one book that you should definitely read. The second is Swipe to Unlock. So it's a very good book that will help you to know more about technology. The third book is Lean Analytics. So this book will help you to understand more about analytics. So yeah, these are the three books, and there are again multiple books that you can read over time. But you should start with reading these three books, and once you are done, you should follow certain product leaders on Twitter. Like Shreyas is one, then Ravi Mehta, who runs Reforge. He posts regularly on you know LinkedIn. So you can connect with those guys, and definitely you can learn from them, because they share some very valuable insights of their career, which has spanned over 15, 20 years on different other social media platforms. So that can help, but don't just follow everyone on social media, because you will ultimately start wasting time. So be very selective about whom you should follow. And once you are done, make out your resume, and then make certain actionable items in your resume, like what I mentioned. If you can build any product, I'm not saying that you should build an end-to-end product, but if you have any idea, try building the MVP. Try getting certain traction on that product, so that will help you understand, and you can write those in your resume, which will give you an upper hand while recruiters are selecting. Suppose, and other thing is that you're writing a newsletter on Substack and you have 500 subscribers, so that's a very actionable thing, because I can understand that you know what your audience want. So you can do all these things, and then go and apply for job.
Interesting question that comes to my mind is, what is that one thing that you enjoy about your job the most?
I think the one thing that I enjoy uh, the most about my job is, every month I'm doing something very different. So that is something that has really intrigued me, because job doesn't becomes a job. It is really a play, a sport that you really enjoy. So that is something that that can happen with any other job. that happens with many other jobs when you're really
So
passionate.
I want to emphasize, if somebody is there who has a lot of functional knowledge in products, or he who likes to invest a lot of time working on root cause analysis or development of a product, then I would say this role is can be a good fit, because there are many people who doesn't like to basically code everything from scratch, but they want to get involved in the process of building. So can this be one such role they should look for?
Yeah, so before you jump, you decide that you should transition into some other role. There should be a proper research that you should be doing, and I think product management is something uh, that is open to everyone who has that intent that I should have a role in building a product. I've seen people who have transitioned from sales, operations, marketing, customer support, QA to product managers, and they are the product leaders of this country. So that I would say that rather the role is open for everyone. If you find your niche, your passion, that lies here in this role, definitely you should try this role.
So that was it, guys. So whatever questions that you might have, you can reach out to Venkatesh on LinkedIn. He's super active, and he has pure intentions to help you guys out there with all the experience and knowledge that he has. So don't hesitate to comment on the video, or reach out to him, reach out to me, and we'll be happy to help you in any which way we can. So thank you so much for watching. Share this video with your friends who have intents to become a product manager and they want to grow in this field. So yeah, like this video, share with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.